Welcome, travelers of the soul, to a space where time slows down, and the voices of the ancestors echo through the centuries. Today, we unlock a gate that remains closed to many. We begin a journey deep into the heart of Javanese mysticism, known as Kejawen. Before us lies a sacred text, the Kitab Primbon Atassadhur Adammakna. This is not just a book. It is a profound compilation of esoteric secrets, spiritual laws, and hidden knowledge carefully guarded for generations. In a world that is becoming faster and more superficial, this text invites us to look inward, to search for what the sages call sajatining urip, the ultimate, true essence of life. Take a moment to breathe, clear your mind, and step with us into the very beginning of this ancient spiritual manual. To truly comprehend the depth of this text, we must understand its origin. The spiritual knowledge contained within the Adammakna series did not appear by chance. It holds its roots in the deep realizations and teachings of the Sultanate of Yogyakarta in Yogyakarta Hadiningrat. Under the spiritual vision and command of the Sultan, these secrets were entrusted to, and written down by, Kangjan Pangeran Rahayu, Cakraningrat. He laid down the absolute foundation for what would become the source of many Javanese Primbons. What we study today is the 10th volume, the Kitab Primbon Atassadhur Adammakna, which guides us into realms that are still hidden from the ordinary eye, the ilmu ingkang takse ganaib, the sciences of the unseen. For generations, this knowledge was preserved by the descendants of the royal lineage. And it was passed down with a specific purpose, so that this wisdom would not fade into history, but remain a blessing and a guide for the daily life of humanity, now and in the future. Every great spiritual journey begins with a preface, the Purwaka. And the Purwaka of the Atassadhur Adammakna immediately provides us with a profound, philosophical warning about existence itself. The text explains that our human life is constantly bombarded by Wisaya. In a literal sense, Wisaya means poison, or the sting of a scorpion, but in Javanese philosophy, it represents the illusions, temptations, and distractions of the material world. This poison does not exist outside of us. It dwells within our own ego and perceptions. When we receive spiritual teachings, it can go one of two ways. It can either lead us to the path of ultimate truth, Kalarasan, or it can leave us completely lost and wandering in confusion, Panasaran. The text compares the absorption of spiritual wisdom to the way we consume food. If a person does not chew their food carefully, the body becomes sick. In the exact same way, spiritual knowledge must be chewed with utmost patience and deep contemplation. One must thoroughly digest both the inner and outer meaning. If you fail to do so, this pure wisdom, which is meant to be as sweet as honey, turns into a bitter poison that disrupts both the soul and the physical body. The path to wisdom demands absolute care, purity of heart, and patience. The text compares the absorption of spiritual wisdom to the way we consume food. If a person does not chew their food carefully, the body becomes sick. In the exact same way, spiritual knowledge must be chewed with utmost patience and deep contemplation. One must thoroughly digest both the inner and outer meaning. If you fail to do so, this pure wisdom, which is meant to be as sweet as honey, turns into a bitter poison that disrupts both the soul and the physical body. The path to wisdom demands absolute care, purity of heart, and patience. Once we pass the warning of the Purwaka, we arrive at the absolute core of the beginning, the Wirid Maklumat Jati. This is the revelation of Ilmu Kabatusan, the inner, spiritual science of the soul. The Atassadhur Adammakna divides this ultimate inner quest into 8 sequential stages of wisdom, known as the Wolong Wiridan. These 8 steps form the blueprint of how the human soul aligns itself with the divine and the cosmos. Let us look at the architecture of this spiritual ladder. 1. Wirid Jati, the initial spiritual transmission, the seed of awareness. 2. Laksita Jati, understanding the movement, the actions, and the manifestation of life. 3. Kanumgal Jati, the stage of unification, where the separation between the outer world and the inner self begins to dissolve. 4. Karana Jati, the realization of the absolute cause, the essence of the Creator, which is formless, colorless, and timeless. 5. Purba Jati, mastering the divine power and the all-encompassing life force that flows through everything, filling the cosmos like the very air we breathe. 6. Saloka Jati, the metaphors and spiritual symbolism of existence, where man learns to see his own cosmic reflection. 7. Sasmata Jati, recognizing the subtle signals, the whispers of the soul, and preparing for the ultimate transition. 8. Wasana Jati, the final destination, the perfect completion, and the return to the absolute spiritual source. In the upcoming episodes of this series, we will unravel each of these 8 mysterious stages step by step, allowing us to fully decode this ancient Javanese formula for spiritual mastery. Nelmu iku kelakone kanthi laku. True knowledge is only realized through action and experience. The journey through the Kitab Primbon Atassadhur Adammakna is not a passive study. It is an active path of inner transformation. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode, where we dive deep into the hidden dimensions of Wirid Jati and Laksita Jati. Thank you for your time. Stay mindful on your path, and until next time on our journey through Javanese wisdom. Rahayu, Rahayu, Rahayu. Today, we have laid the foundation. We have explored its royal lineage, the necessity of digesting truth with patience, and we have glimpsed the 8 steps of Wirid Maklumat Jati.